Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the finest of them all? Do you know for 28 years, I was unable to name myself as that answer? For 28 years, I was unable to look in the mirror and think of myself as worthwhile. For 28 years, I was unable to look in the mirror and think and see myself as a positive image, to see the beauty that I am. I wonder how many of you, when you look in the mirror, that you're unable to see the beautiful person that you are, the beautiful creative being that you are. Where today I'm here to help you. You see, when I was in elementary school, my eyes used to be a little bigger than they are now. I kind of grew into them now. But my eyes would be popped out, and people would notice them and call me big eyes, and students in school would get creative. They would say, first they would call me big eyes, and then they would go into bug eyes, and then as we moved in up some grades, they would start saying, oh, frog eyes and fly eyes, and they got real creative and started calling me Froggy, right? And after all of those things, being teased and bullied in school, I got through my time and got through school and became a doctor. And I remember about 5 years ago, looking back and telling my mom, like, yeah, I remember I used to be teased and called names, but I'm glad I didn't let any of that affect me. And then she looked at me like I was crazy, and she reminded me of a time where in elementary school, about first grade, where she had to go to the bus stop with me and ask the bus driver if she can get an older student to walk with me to breakfast, because I had free breakfast in the morning at school. Walk with me and sit with me during breakfast, because older kids would pick with me. It got so bad that I wouldn't even want to eat breakfast anymore. And trust me, I love my food. But it deterred me from eating breakfast, and I didn't realize how much that really impacted me, how much those things really impacted me. Even in thinking about and reflecting in my adult life, thinking about how times I would sit to myself feeling alone, feeling rejected, feeling unwanted. And I thought about my elementary school self when I was in the cafeteria and I felt alone, and I felt rejected, and I felt unwanted. And I carried those things out through my adult life, never resolving them. See, I kind of pushed those memories to the side, but I never really resolved those issues. And so it came out in my relationships. Whenever I would have relationships, nobody would be good enough for me because I wasn't even good enough for myself. And so this is what I started to do to really help see the beauty that is inside me. Every morning, as part of my routine, every morning, I would get up and I would look in the mirror. And I would find 7 things, just 7 things about myself that I find attractive. So I would get up, look in the mirror. Usually I would brush my teeth first because I don't want to talk to myself with some stank breath. So I would go to the mirror and I would just start complimenting myself. I would say, ooh, look at your eyes. I love the shape of your eyes, and look how vibrant and beautiful your skin is. And because I just start flirting with myself, I start smiling, and then I say, ooh, look at that beautiful smile. And so I just find 7 things to do. And when I first started doing this, I could only come up with about 4, and I would have to struggle with the last 3. But when you do this, just look in the mirror and find 7 things about yourself. If you're unable to find 7, if you can only find, say, 4 or 5, that's perfect. Just focus on those 4 or 5 things that you love about yourself, that you find attractive about yourself, and tell yourself that you love those things about you. And then the next week, add 1 more. And the following week, add 1 more until you're able to find 7. And if you get to the point where you're just feeling real good about it and you go over 7, that's perfect. That's beautiful, because you are beautiful. And so the next time when you're able to look in the mirror and say, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the finest of them all? You're able to say, I am.